Welcome back. You know, it was William Shakespeare who wrote long ago that the play is the thing, but even the bard might have found himself at a loss for words over some of our NFL Today Plays of the Year. Dick and Irv have compiled the highlights and lowlights of this 1988 season.
As the close of another regular season shoots down upon us today, it's time to take a closer look at football's version of the good, the bad, and yes, the ugly. At times there was foul play, especially for those who took the big hits, and for those who mishit. The field was no place for the timid, but then again, neither were the sidelines. Even the zebras had a hard time earning their stripes, and drastic measures were needed to cool off those who were hot under the collar.
Welcome to the NFL Today Plays of the Year. One nomination for Best Run goes to the 49ers All-Pro, Roger Craig.
What a run by Roger Craig. You'll never see a better one than that.
Well, maybe, but how about this scamper by Craig's teammate, Steve Young?
He runs, gets away again, goes to the 40, gets away again, to the 35, cuts back at the 30, to the 20, the 10, he dives, touchdown 49ers.
Woo. The catch of the year was turned in by the Eagles' Mike Quick. But at what cost? Quick, who was normally nimble, landed wrong and broke his leg.
Obviously, the best defensive play was turned in by a linebacker. Watch George Jameson of the Lions do it all on this play. The Special Teams Award goes to the Houston Oilers, who tied an NFL record with 5 block punts in one season. And in the razzle-dazzle department, a big play for America's favorite midget, Doug Flutie, who turned the football into a hot potato. It's never over till it's over, says Lars Tate, who flipped out when he realized that he could go untouched for the touchdown. Now, I know football is simple, but Bart Oakes had to remind Phil Simms where to line up. But in San Diego, it doesn't matter. They'll tell you to take a hike no matter where you are.
Say, Dick, I never saw a dancing bear who wore number 51. Have you?
Yep.
But we did see Henry Eller turn head over heels. The man with the happiest feet is bingo rookie Albert Woods, who knocked over some veteran Turks to get in line for his icky shuffle.
The best dramatic performance by a coach goes to Jerry Glanville, who found out evidently that this official took the tickets he had left for Elvis. The NFC East dominated the headset toss. Bill Parcells of the Giants and Buddy Ryan of the Eagles share top honors. But the tiebreaker goes to Ryan for the year's earliest exit by a head coach. If he could have spared but a second more, he would have seen a display of Eagles winging it. Later that day in Kansas City, the Jets tried an emergency takeoff of their own.
He runs, he zigzags, he laterals to Griggs, and Griggs laterals off on the near side to Churchill. Tomsell to 40. Tomsell laterals, and back again to the big tight end at the 50. He laterals back to another player. He laterals back to Kurt Sound. Sound laterals back at the 40. That player laterals back. It's bouncing around. Kicked up by Fa'ala. He laterals back to another player who throws it to a linebacker at the 10. That linebacker runs to the 20. He
pitches up on the near side to a tight end who throws it behind his back. It is safe to say the game is over.
What did we get there? About a dozen exchanges there. Irv, who would be your player of the year?
My pick, Roger Craig from the 49ers. He does it all.
Well, my pick would be Boomer Esiason because, I mean, he's got a great supporting cast, but if you miss him, forget about it.
Yeah, both had terrific years. Now let's send you back to the stadium in a game you're enjoying.
Welcome back to Texas Stadium, where the Philadelphia Eagles lead the Dallas Cowboys at half, 10-7. And it's been a funny game, Hank Stram, since the Cowboys seemed to dominate the first quarter. Then Pelor threw 3 interceptions, and it's been Philadelphia since then.
Well, I think the key to the game so far, really, Timmy, is the fact that the field position has played a dominant role for the Philadelphia Eagles. I think in the second half, they haven't established any kind of a running personality at all in the first half. I think they have to do a better job of running and mixing up the pass and the run in the second half.
Cowboys started strongly. Herschel Walker got the first touchdown for Dallas. They dominated the time of possession in the first quarter. But then Steve Pelor threw 3 interceptions. Let's take you back now. Wes Hopkins got 2 of them.
Yeah, Hopkins came up with this big play here that provided good field position. There you see the interception. A beautiful play by Wes Hopkins, who has been out for a long time and back in business and doing a terrific job for the Philadelphia Eagles at the free safety position. Now we see the touchdown pass to Keith Jackson coming off the line of scrimmage. Bill Bates is covering man for man. Look at the ball. Makes a cut inside. He's got a big cushion. The ball's right on the money. He sucks it right up there. Makes the catch. Touchdown. Keith Jackson. Philadelphia Eagles get 7.
Luis Zendejas made a 37-yard field goal. He missed one from 35, and that's been the scoring in the first half. It's 10-7 Philadelphia. We'll return after this message and a word from your local station.
Aren't you Eagle fans so happy that I have two of the worst handicappers in America? The Jets lead the Giants 13-7 is the count in this game, but the Giants look very impressive in the final moments. We'll show you. Touchdown pass to Schuler, and it has been the Jet defense. They've been all over Sims. They have sacked him 6 times. Bill Parcells wondering what's gone wrong with the offensive line. They played well the last few weeks. O'Brien to Walker. Wesley's been ignored much of the season. 49 yards, and that set up a field goal. Then, with the seconds ticking away, this was the Giant touchdown. Stephen Baker, the touchdown maker. And they're very much in it at 17-13. So who wants the first alibi? Dick, you want to go?
You know, there's no alibis. There's just, I don't know what's going on with a lot of these playoff-bound teams. I mean, it seems like everybody's playing tight. And the line, the offensive line, defensive line haven't been doing a job with the Giants until the second half. They'll start
no alibis, just facts. Just facts. The Giants missed their starting nose tackle, Jim Bird, who hurt his foot in practice Thursday, is not playing today, so that defensive line is not holding up as well as they normally do. And they also lost Perry Williams, their starting right cornerback, early in the game. The Jets are taking advantage of it. They're picking on him in the secondary.
Some coaches will not use injuries as an excuse. Philadelphia and Dallas, the game you're watching, 10-7 right now. Let's take you over to the AFC and quickly get you up to date there. 16-7. A couple of storylines on the Browns today. Don Strock having a lot of trouble. 3 interceptions, one of which was returned for a touchdown for the Oilers, and he just moments ago was threatening, and they couldn't get in then. So it's 16-7, the score there. Buffalo and Indianapolis, the Colts must win, plus they need a combination of factors to get in the playoffs. New Orleans and Atlanta 7-3. They're into the second half of that game. This is a great run here by Buford Jordan, Dick.
It is. It's just like a delayed up through the middle there. And the thing of it is that a lot of the Falcons are trying to block tackle him, like Andre Bruce right there. A heck of a run by Buford. It looks like a fumble, but it wasn't.
And Bobby Hebert throws a touchdown pass.
Yeah, you know, the last couple of weeks they've been talking to people there, and they just can't get in inside the 20. But here he hits Dalton for a nice little 13-yard reception and a score.
Yeah, you know, Dick, you mentioned you couldn't get a handle on the season. Not only is it the season, but it's some individual players. I mean, how about the roller coaster ride that Vinny Testaverde takes? 3 more interceptions, but he has gotten the ball into the end zone twice today for Ray Perkins, too. Here's one of them right here. Well-thrown ball on the break. Mark Carrier for the touchdown, nothing wrong. But then Irv, what does he think he is this time? Doug Flutie?
Well, I tell you, Brent, this was a creative interception. He was trying to make something happen. Here, he's got a little jump pass. Oh, short. Benny Blaine picks it off.
Yeah, his former teammate of Miami. He said, where did you get that one? We didn't use that one with the Canes. And Miami and Pittsburgh, 20-17, Steelers lead. We'll continue right now after this message and a word from your local stations.
Sponsored by Miller Lite, official sponsor of the Miller Lite NFL Lineman of the Year Award. Miller Brewing is the exclusive beer sponsor of today's telecast. Prudential Bait Securities, rock solid, market wise. And by Toyota, there's quality. Who could ask for anything more?
They're calling this the Pork Chop Bowl in reference to Buddy Ryan's little incident with the pork chop where he choked. Of course, Ryan made light of the situation. So here in Dallas, they've played it up a little bit. Pretty good rivalry going on between these two clubs, each accusing the other of running the score up the last couple of times. Take a look at some of the statistics from the first half. Field position comparison shows you that the Eagles have had better starting field position, Hank.
Yeah, that's really been the difference, and they've had good shots from their own 41 and then their plus 43. Then they blew an opportunity on the plus 17, which was bad.
Turnovers, Dallas, of course, has 3. The interceptions thrown by Pallor. And average yards on first down, Philadelphia almost 8 yards per first down.
Well, you know why, Timmy? They've thrown the ball almost all the time on 1st and 10. That's why they picked up the yardage. They really have to run the ball a little bit more. They've only run the ball 6 times out of 31 shots in the first half, Tim.
As long as we're telling you how strong Philadelphia's been on first down, we should also tell you that they've been 0 for 7 on third down conversions. And it's 10-7 Eagles. Ruzek to kick off now for Dallas. Abercrombie and Jenkins will be deep for the Eagles, and they're standing at their own 6. It's a high end-over-end kick. That'll be taken by Jenkins at the 6-yard line. He's out to the 24-yard line. They'll mark it officially at the 25. A 20-yard return, tackle made by Billy Owens as we start the second half from Texas Stadium in Irving, Texas. 10-7 Eagles.
It'll be interesting to see how they start this second half, whether they try to stick it at him a little bit and try to help their overall offensive scheme by running the ball a little bit more in the second half.
Cunningham, 11 of 25, 148 yards. You saw that, but 7 of those 11 went to Keith Jackson, including the touchdown. Straight ahead, gain of 1 goes Konechny, and its tackle is made by Brooks.
And talking to the coaches about the offensive scheme, talking about Philadelphia, they indicated that they wanted to run right at the Cowboys because they react and pursue so well, but they were vulnerable, they thought, straight ahead. There was a straight ahead play, and didn't make any yardage on it whatsoever.
Byers comes out of the ball game. Abercrombie and Tony now in the ball game for the Eagles. 2nd down and 9. Cunningham to throw. Looks right, throws, almost intercepted by Everson Walls. It was intended for Carter, but it was thrown behind him, and Walls couldn't hold on to it.
We see another look at that. There he's throwing over the top. Coming inside, way over the top. Everson Walls covering on the play, but no chance whatsoever for either the defensive back or the offensive receiver to make that play.
3rd and 9, and we told you that the Eagles haven't converted this situation all afternoon. Shotgun formation now, as Cunningham has time and looks now under some pressure, and he is mobile. Gets a good block from Tony, cuts back to the 47-yard line and goes out of bounds near midfield.
You can't teach that. You have to have a feel for pressure. It's an intuitive thing. He felt the pressure. Look at this now. He goes back into the pocket. He's in there in the shotgun. Looking to his left, looking to his left, looking to his left. Comes back to the right side. Too Tall Jones gets caught in the inside. 72 is trying to make a play. Tony makes a beautiful block, number 25. And Randall Cunningham does the rest. Good field position for the Eagles.
Billy Bates never saw Anthony Tony coming.
Beautiful block by Tony.
Gain of 25. It's 1st down just inside midfield. Byers left side pushes the pile ahead to the 43-yard line. Michael Downs will get credit for the tackle, but a strong run by Keith Byers.
Well, you know what happened on the play, Timmy? They sent it back in motion to make sure that they occupy the linebacker on the split inside, so they have man-for-man coverage. They got a good push, and Byers popped through there for a nice gain on the play. That's the kind of running they thought they could do, and they really haven't pursued the opportunity to do that very often. That's really the first time.
Byers is 2nd leading rusher in history of Ohio State, behind 2-time Heisman winner Archie Griffin. Byers was a Heisman runner-up himself to Doug Flutie. 2nd down and 4. Cunningham throws to Byers, and he'll be close to a 1st down. Knocked out of bounds by Bill Bates. Buddy Ryan says Byers is the best back he's ever seen coming out of the backfield.
And he's had some good ones like Foreman at Minnesota, but he said he's even better than Foreman, and he loved Foreman. Arguing about where they marked the ball. Byers thought he made the necessary yardage for the 1st down. He's squeaking a little bit about the play, but you know who always wins that argument, Tim?
No question about it.
It's like squirting perfume on a skunk. Doesn't do much good, does it?
Buddy Ryan's hot. It'll be 3rd down and less than 1. Byers, 1st down inside the 20, the 35.
Same thing again. Send it back in motion to take the linebacker. 3-on-3 blocking. Got a good surge and pick up the necessary yardage for the 1st down.
Tackle made by Ron Burton. Byers, 6'1", 238-pounder, 3-year veteran out of Ohio State. comes to the bottom of the screen. Chris Carter to the top. Pro set for the Eagles on first down at the 35.
See, he's changing the play. The defense is changing too, see?
Cunningham with plenty of time. Now rolls left. He's got a lot of room. Inside the 30, to the 20, to the 17-yard lines where Bill Bates makes the tackle.
You know, for a guy as tall as Cunningham, look how well he levels himself even with the would-be tackler or the eventual tackler Bates. Watch him take off and watch him lower his body and shoulder. Look at all the time he's got. Looking, escapes to the outside. They hook Jeffcoat 77. Now watch him lower here. Watch him. There he is. He meets Bates with his shoulder to shoulder, and doesn't take the brunt of the blow.
Bates is the Cowboy leading tackler. Cunningham is the Eagles leading rusher. You see the impact that he's had. 74% of the offense, total net yards, Cunningham. First down again, he's got plenty of time with Tony, and Tony's nailed. Oh, what a hit by the hitting machine, Eugene Lockhart. Correction, Cobb.
You're right, Timmy. What a hit is right. The backs cross. Look at that. The backs cross, and here he is hitting Tony. And watch Cobb come into the picture and hit him high. You talk about a shot. He really splatters him. You talk about a pancake shot. All he needs there is some syrup.
He's working out some frustrations. He was waived by the Eagles.
Yes, sir.
Ninth play of the drive coming up. It started on the Eagle 25. Second down and 8. Cunningham going for the corner. Quick. Touchdown, Eagles.
Quick has to feel good about that catch, because talking to him yesterday, he was still a little concerned about that broken left leg that he had. Said it was a problem on synthetic turf. He'd much rather run on grass. But here we see him coming off the ball, looking to the inside. Cobb in hot pursuit, makes an inside move to freeze the corner, makes the catch. The ball thrown beautifully by Cunningham. Williams was covering man for man with help underneath from Gary Cobb.
His 21st catch of the year. Zendejas on for the extra point. And it's good. Effective but not pretty. 15-yard touchdown catch by Quick.
UCLA, Arkansas, the Cotton Bowl here on CBS Sports.
4 minutes and 12 seconds. Cunningham was 3 for 4, and he hit that guy right there. Mike Quick with a 15-yard touchdown.
He was really concerned about missing all those games and coming back and playing efficiently. That's got to help him tremendously making that catch.
10 minutes, 48 seconds remain in the third period. Zendejas. Kicking to Clack, who takes it at the 2. Across the 20 and spins out to the 25-yard line. And this game now really becomes significant after that 22-yard return, with the Giants losing to the Jets 20-7 and Philadelphia leading here. If that holds up, then Philadelphia will win the NFC East. This is what has to happen. The Eagles must beat Dallas and the Giants lose. If that happens, they win the division title. If they win today and the Giants win, then the 49ers or Saints have to win. And the wild card will go to Philadelphia. First down for Pelor. This is Clack with a big hole out across the 30 to the 34-yard line. Tackle made by Mike Rockenbach and Clyde Simmons. Tim Brandt and Hank Stram at Texas Stadium in Irving, Texas on a glorious day in the Lone Star State. Mid-60s, sunny. And the Eagles are going after the NFC East title, leading 17-7.
The weather reminds them a little bit of Phoenix. They spent the whole week in Phoenix. Not quite as hot here, but that's where they spent the whole week, and they felt that they got an awful lot of good out of that change of environment.
Second down and 2 for the Cowboys as they shift. This is Herschel Walker off the right side, tries to get the corner, and he may have lost the yard. Tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but again, it's Reggie White making the tackle.
I tell you, Kevin Cogan is really having his hands full trying to block White, as does everybody else in the National Football League.
6'5", 285-pounder, 4-year pro Reggie White. Interesting, we were talking to him last night. We asked him if he was satisfied with his year. He says, the only time I've ever been satisfied in my career was when I was a senior in college.
And that was a good answer, really, because he said, you know, I don't think we ever get satisfied, because once we got satisfied, I think you drop off in efficiency. Pretty good observation for the young player.
Dallas wants a timeout. 45-second clock had gone down to 3 seconds. And with 9 minutes and 11 seconds remain in the third period, there's timeout with 17-7 score, Eagles.
Well, you probably won't believe it, but I have 407,510 miles.
98,000 playoffs. There's only one place you'll find them. CBS Sports.
17-7 Eagles with 9:11 remaining third period. It's 3rd down and 2 Dallas. 4 wide receivers for the Cowboys. 6 defensive backs for the Eagles. Pallur, incomplete. He's now 4 for 14 with 3 interceptions, and they're starting to boo him here in Texas. He was intended for Michael Irvin.
And that time, I think he threw the ball a little bit behind on the play, and it falls incomplete. There you see, look at White coming through there again, getting the penetration on Haggerty. And I asked Haggerty the other day, what about Reggie White when he plays on you? He said, well, when he starts coming, I keep yelling, throw it, Steve, throw it, throw it, throw it, Steve.
Saxon gets a high wobbler off. Konechny will take it at the 26.
That kick should have been blocked. Had he taken the right angle, Timmy, that would have been a blocked kick.
So far, Rafferty's had all he can handle with Reggie White. 40-yard punt. CBS Sports Sunday Special Edition, Winterfest. And that's going to be a lot of fun to watch. World Cup skiing from Val d'Isere, World Junior Figure Skating Championships from Sarajevo, in-depth look at Eddie the Eagle Edwards. And then Christmas Day, the Los Angeles Lakers and Utah Jazz starts at 3:30 Eastern Time. So it's a special day for us at CBS. This pass out to Tony to the 36-yard line. Correction, 32-yard line. Tackle made by Ron Burton.
And another great touch by Cunningham, throwing it right over the top, very softly, so Tony could catch it in stride and continue to run down the field and get as much yardage out of the play as you possibly can. You throw that ball behind the back or any other place, why he has a problem. Hey, buddy, don't choke.
2nd down and 6 for the Eagles. Cunningham drills this one in the direction of Jackson, incomplete.
You know, talking about the rivalry, talking about to Buddy Ryan and also Tom Landry, they kind of minimize the attitude of what's been expressed in the paper. But Buddy said, you know, they ran up to score in during the strike season. And so he opened the can, and then we came back and we closed the can. As far as I'm concerned, case dismissed. It's over. Ancient history.
There's been a lot written this week about the rivalry, specifically those recent incidents you're talking about, allegations by both aimed at the other. 3rd down and 6. Byers cuts inside. He's not going to get close to a 1st down. And the Eagles are going to have to punt.
Here again, I think, you know, they thought that they were going to be able to run this play outside, pull both guards on the play because they had 7 defensive backs in the game, but it turns out that they don't do a good job of blocking at the point of attack, and you see the pursuit on the part of the Cowboys, and they don't make any yardage on the play. Danny Noonan, number 73, did a good job of coming from the inside.
This is Telchik's 6th punt of the afternoon. He's averaged 41 yards. The Cowboys come with the block. And Martin will let this one hit, but it gets a Cowboy bounce and goes out at the 37. We've got 7 minutes, 36 seconds remaining third quarter. It's still 17-7.
There's something new out there for all of you.
I don't think he's calling asking for Christmas gifts.
No, I think he's calling for the limousine service. They win the game. He's telling limousine to pick him up at the airport when he come in.
He's 15 for 31, 172 yards and 2 touchdowns. First down and 10 for the Cowboys. Valor tries to go over top, does. It's complete. Folsom carries it down into Eagle territory to the 44-yard line. Finally tackled by Todd Bell.
It looked like they were in a zone defense that time, play action, and it froze the linebackers, and he hits the hole in the defense. Not a very good fake at all to Herschel Walker, but there it is in the zone. Look at it. He's wide open, has to wait for the play. Todd Bell comes in from the backside and makes the tackle. But it looked like Todd Bell took a whiff on the play, the fake.
That's only Pelor's second completion since the first quarter. That's a gain of 19. It's first down and 10 Dallas. Michael Irvin in motion. This is Herschel Walker. Herschel cuts back, gains maybe a yard. Tackle made by Ronell Young.
He came up there fast and forced the play. I thought when the play started, Tim, they were going to make some yardage on that play, but it closed in a hurry.
Good look at Herschel Walker. In the first half, Walker became only the 10th player in the history of the NFL to gain over 2,000 yards from scrimmage in a single season. This is what we were talking about, Dallas passing. It has not been effective. Pelor with only 2 completions since the first quarter. Second down and 9, Cowboys. Here's pressure from White again. Pelor scrambles out. There's a flag in the backfield. Pelor goes down to the 25, but there's a flag in the backfield, and it's going to be called holding against the Cowboys.
And that was an 8-man front that time, Timmy, 3 deep. Big hole in the middle. He spotted it, but in spite of that, why, of course, there was holding on the play, and they call it back.
Let's see if that goes against Rafferty.
Holding 64. Still second down.
You're right, Tim. Good eyes. Good thing you drank that carrot juice last night. Watch Rafferty now. Look at him grabbing. Look at him grabbing Reggie White. Look and grab his arm. He's doing everything he can. He's hanging on for dear life. He got caught in the act. Holding Haggerty, number 64. Or Rafferty, I'm sorry.
That's the 5th penalty for Dallas. 40 yards. It'll be 2nd and 19 for the Cowboys. Pelor to throw. And again, there's pressure. This one's complete at the 39-yard line to Ray Alexander. Alexander wasn't even expected to make the club this year, and now he's got 54 catches on the year. He's had a fine season.
And here again, the Eagles that time, soft defense, not much pressure, played a zone. And anytime Pelor sees the zone, he feels comfortable because he's not going to get much pressure.
It'll be 3rd down and call it 6. After that 13-yard gain, shotgun formation for the Cowboys. 4 wide receivers for Pelor, and this is incomplete. Thrown in the direction of Michael Irvin. But again, there was good coverage by Ronell Young.
Todd Bell was blitzing on the play right up the middle. Also, Irvin on the outside. No problem whatsoever from a defensive standpoint. Waits for the ball. The problem was he should have really come back for the ball, and he wouldn't have had a problem. He should have caught it. Ronell Young got a hand in there and knocked it out of there. But had he been coming back for the ball, that wouldn't have happened.
Good look at Mike Saxon, who's on the punt. He's standing at his own 45-yard line. Now he moves all the way up into the shotgun formation.
He might throw the pass or run or something here, the way he moved up on the play. Now he's in a shotgun. Now he goes back to where he was.
They need 6, and they let the clock run out, so it's delay a game. They'll move them back. Smart play by Dallas. They knew the penalty couldn't hurt them. Just gives them more punting room. But I don't think anybody was fooled either.
Nobody was fooled whatsoever. He just stood back there talking about the Eagles, waiting for them to do something.
And the Eagles didn't take the penalty. They declined it.
They declined it, right.
So now Saxon goes back and stands at his own 46. High spiraling punt. He'll try to pooch it inside the 10. But it goes into the end zone for the touchback. So they'll bring it out to the 20. A 39-yard punt with 4:29 remaining in the third period. It's still 17-7 Eagles.
Look at Lewis Myers calls himself Elvis. He's got the moves, hasn't he? You talk about keeping his backfield in motion. He's got it.
He says, my name is Elvis. I'm a sight to see. Running onto the field, grabbing that Philadelphia tee. He's a custodian at Arizona State University. Works the 4 to midnight shift, and he has fun here with the Eagle games. First down and 10. Tony carries it out to the 24-yard line. Buddy Ryan's a little bit superstitious, bringing Elvis along.
Listen, this kind of a season, with your opportunity to get in the playoffs, whatever works in the past, you're going to make sure you're going to do it again.
He picked up Zendejas' tee last week in Phoenix. They won. They're bringing him along. He's a good luck charm. It'll be second down and 5 now for Philadelphia. Keith Jackson comes as a wideout now to the bottom of the screen, so we'll keep an eye on him. Cunningham instead looks left, throws that direction, has it complete. Not enough for the first down. Carter's knocked out of bounds by Gary Cobb.
You know, I mentioned this early in the game, and anytime you play against a guy like Cunningham, you have to have a controlled rush. The Cowboys definitely have had a controlled rush, but they haven't been close to the quarterback very often. They're so concerned about the rush that they're not getting a real legitimate rush on the quarterback.
You know, had a nice visit last night with Billy Kilmer, the old Washington Redskin quarterback who now lives in this area, and he was talking with Sonny Jurgensen. And both those quarterbacks feel that Cunningham is not as effective a passer when he's stuck in that pocket. But when he rolls out, he has a better release.
And that's of course why everybody says we got to keep him in the pocket.
3rd and 2, the Eagles don't make it.
They got no push whatsoever on that last play. None.
Byers hit by Jeffcoat, Brooks, Lockhart, and Cobb. It'll be 4th down, and the Eagles will have to punt. Big defensive play by the Dallas Cowboys. Kelchik's average today, 39 yards. Martin standing at his own 33. Again, it's a low snap. And it's not a long kick. Martin needs a block out to the 45-yard line. So with 3:28 remaining third period, it's a 34-yard punt, 8-yard return. Tackle made by John Klingel. And another flag. Dallas just looks distraught. They're all standing around in disbelief.
Well, I think as we talked to them a little bit the other day, why they look around anytime something good happens. They look for a flag to drop or something bad to happen. And here again, it happens for them again.
Holding 45 on the receiving team while the ball was in the air, penalized from where the ball was changed possession. First down, Dallas.
So that'll take it all the way back to where the catch was made. Next Saturday, college football continues here on CBS. Crimson Tide of Alabama against the Cadets of Army, live 12 o'clock Eastern time. That's the Sun Bowl. Another good look at Derek Thomas. He's a fine player.
Yeah, I haven't seen him. You have, Tim. You like him very much, don't you?
I think he's terrific. I really do. He shattered all of Cornelius Bennett's sack records down there, hurry records, pressures. First down and 10 for the Cowboys. Pelor this time with time throws it. It's complete. Irving makes the catch at the 41-yard line. Andre Waters makes the tackle.
Irving that time, I think, tried to spin the ball on Waters. Let's see what he does here. Here he comes off the ball, goes to the inside. Zone defense, stops. makes the catch in the inside. Waters comes up and makes the tackle. I don't know whether he spins the ball or not. I thought I saw him do that, but we don't get a picture of it.
Andre Waters shaken up on the play, so while the trainers check him, it'll be first down Dallas after that 17-yard pickup. Second catch of the day for Irvin. This is Herschel Walker. Walker tiptoes through the line of scrimmage, gets out to the 48, and that's where Wes Hopkins makes the tackle.
He's a defensive back, but he hits you like a linebacker. Did you see that shot with the shoulder pass that time, the way he knocked Herschel Walker off his feet? Wes Hopkins, number 48. And this was his home field in college. He played for SMU, the Mustangs.
Working on Andre Waters' ankle. Looks like they're trying to loosen it up.
Be careful, they'll let him break it the way he's turning the thing around.
Second down and 6 for the Cowboys now. And they shift to the pro set. Here's the pitch back to Clack. Clack with a good cutback has the first down for the Cowboys at the Eagle 44.
Good running on the part of Clack that time. They like him very much. They think he's a good runner. He has to learn how to block and do a better job from that standpoint. But as far as running is concerned, he's very good.
5'10", 220-pounder, 3-year pro out of Arizona State. Clack now has 3 carries, 20 yards. It's first down, Dallas.
See if we get a play-action pass here. Nope.
Walker breaks a tackle out to the 40-yard line. Tackle made by Jerome Brown, number 1 pick in 1987. An all-important game as far as this one is concerned. The Jets beating the Giants. And as you look at the rest of the scores, we'll tell you that if the Giants do lose and the Eagles win today, and the Eagles win the NFC East Championship. Herschel Walker, 22 carries, 64 yards. Under a minute to play, third period. It's a 10-point Philadelphia lead. Second down and 5 for the Cowboys. Walker. And he doesn't get back to the line of scrimmage. Jerome Brown makes the tackle. Brown was the NFL Defensive Rookie of the Year in 1987. This year he's got 5 sacks, an interception, and 1 blocked field goal.
You know, I'm surprised the Cowboys, they've run pretty well here on this last drive, and with a field position like it is on first down, you would think maybe they'd try a play-action pass because the linebackers are up there pretty tight. But they haven't done that, and as a result, haven't made much yardage.
This will be the last play of the third quarter. Pallor throws incomplete. Good coverage by Jenkins. And that's the end of the third quarter with the score. Philadelphia 17, Dallas 7. We now pause for a word for your local stations.
This is CBS.
Every new Chevrolet Corsica is protected by a 3-year, 50,000-mile bumper-to-bumper plus warranty because
CBS Sports coverage of the National Football League is sponsored by Levi's 505 and 506 jeans. Duracell, the copper top battery. It now lasts 30% longer. And by the heartbeat of America, today's Chevrolet.
Cowboys have only been in Eagle territory 3 times today. Mike Saxon to punt now for Dallas. As we start the final 15 minutes, it's a 10-point Eagle lead. Saxon aiming for the corner. And this one will go out of bounds, I believe, up near the 13-yard line.
Mike Saxon will out of bounds at the 12-yard line.
Here's a look at Seth Joyner, who started this game in his uniform and sprained his ankle, sprained his foot. They've got it wrapped in ice, and he came out in his street clothes here in the second half. Dwayne Giles took his place at linebacker. And a good look at Buddy Ryan. Sure has turned things around in Philadelphia, hasn't he, Hank?
Yes, he has. He's done a great job, and he knows exactly what he wants to do. He doesn't care about what anybody thinks. He's just going to do it. And he's done a terrific job here with the Eagles.
First down, Eagles. Cunningham to throw. Looks left, throws underneath. Mike Quick has a first down to the 24-yard line. Tackle made by Bill Bates and Gary Cobb. Dallas dominated the first quarter. Time of possession and score 7-0. But then 3 Pelor interceptions in the second quarter. 10 points for Philadelphia, and it's been an all Eagles since then. The 25-yard line. Tackle made by Kevin Brooks.
They've run that play several times here this afternoon, a counter draw play. They've only thrown a pass from it on one occasion. They haven't run the pass before this game. They made a completion on one shot. We look for them to come back with that again here pretty soon, maybe on this drive if they maintain possession.
Good play by Kevin Brooks defensively. He told us yesterday that he has to concentrate on the 3 C's this week. Contain, be more controlled, and be careful not to let Cunningham run out of the play. Cunningham on the rollout. Drills this one, intended for Keith Jackson. Incomplete.
You know, and Cunningham mentioned the other day that he would rather run from the pocket on a passing situation than to roll out, because the running room is restricted. When he goes back into the pocket, he's got the whole field to run in, and he does that terrifically well. And of course, he did that several times here this afternoon.
3rd and 9 coming up for the Eagles. This has been a weak spot for the Eagles today. They've only converted twice on 3rd down. They come out with 4 wide receivers. Shotgun formation. Cunningham drills this one complete. First down. Chris Carter breaks the tackle out to the 44-yard line. Carter had only 5 catches last year. He now has 38 this season.
Carter,
19.
Carter run a crossing pattern, lines up on the right side, comes from right to the left side. Watch him here. A little holding on the play, catches the ball inside, does a good job of running. Expected to get hit there, but he didn't, and winds up making a big gain on the play. Chris Carter, number 80.
Michael Downs and Randy White made the stop. 12:49 remaining in the ball game. Chris Carter shaken up on that last play. First down, Philadelphia. Tony gets back to the line of scrimmage. They blow it dead there. Tackle made by Jim Jeffcoat and Gary Cobb. The Eagles lead it by 10. Tim Brandt and Hank Stram in Texas Stadium, Irving, Texas. Philadelphia with a win and a Giants loss will win the NFC East. And right now the Eagles well in control.
And talking about control from a running standpoint, I don't get the impression, Tim, that Tony and Byers block extremely well for each other. There's a lot of pushing, a lot of shoving, but not really any good hitting on the runs.
Second down and 10. Cunningham throws to Byers. It's a pickup of 5. Knocked out of bounds by Ron Francis. Let's get an update from New York. Here's Brent Musburger. Brent.
Tim, the Giants still have a chance now against the New York Jets. Watch Stephen Baker come all the way around behind Sims. Keep an eye on him. Top of your screen. He's wide open. They kick the extra point. Very much back in it. 2014. Atlanta has kicked a field goal, and they've now taken a 9-7 lead on the Saints. Let's go back now to the game.
That's not good news for the Eagles. 3rd down and 6 for Philadelphia. 4 wide receivers now as the Cowboys load up on the blitz. Incomplete. There's a flag. Ron Johnson was ridden all the way from the 40 to the 35-yard line by Robert Williams.
All he needed was a saddle.
Pass interference. Defense, number 23. First down.
Here we see Ron Johnson coming off the ball. There you see Williams grabbing him as he makes the inside move. And he's tackling him before he gets a chance to make the catch, without a doubt. pass interference on the play. Robert Williams, number 23. No doubt about that call.
First down, Philadelphia. Cunningham scrambles to the right, now throws over the top. Johnson inside the 15-yard line. Again, it's Johnson working on Robert Williams.
I tell you again, he's amazing the way he can. We see him do this all the time, watch him scramble, but the touch, look at, now he escapes to the right side. They hook, look at that, they hook Too Tall Jones. He throws the ball on the move right over the top to Ron Johnson, number 85. Beautiful pass on the run by Cunningham.
A gain of 28. Johnson 6'3". Robert Williams 5'10". A mismatch when the ball is high. Cunningham now 20 for 37. First down run inside the 10 to the 7-yard line.
Myers trying to block that time on the linebacker, was a little bit too high. Got into him pretty well, but didn't make much happen.
Michael Haddock's first carry of the game. He had 11 carries for 27 yards last week. 6'2", 227-pounder out of Mississippi State. As you got a good look at Stautner signaling in the Dallas defense.
He gave it the old round-the-clock shot that time, whatever that is.
Byers tries to cut back and loses a yard.
I tell you, those defensive backs, linebackers, they're converging quickly on the play. They haven't had much of an opportunity to do much running here this afternoon at all. Great compliment to the way the Dallas Cowboys have played here this afternoon.
That tackle was made by Randy White, who may very well be playing his last game today. Future Hall of Famer out of the University of Maryland, 14-year veteran. It was a loss of 2. It'll bring up 3rd down and 7 for the Eagles.
I asked him, I said, you're going to be in the Hall of Fame. Have you thought of very much? He said, nope, haven't thought about it much at all. All I do is go out there and play the best that I can possibly play.
He does love the game of football. 3rd down and 7. 4 wide receivers now for the Eagles.
Blitz.
Cunningham looks toward Jackson, incomplete.
He had what he wanted. I don't know whether he threw that away or not, Timmy, but he had what he wanted. He had a blitz, man-for-man coverage, and threw it way over the top and falls incomplete. Try to hit Keith Jackson.
So that'll bring up 4th down, and Luis Zendejas comes on. He missed from 35, made one from 37. This is a 28-yarder. Straight as an arrow, and it's good.
He gets the flaps up in a hurry, doesn't he?
No, with 9:20 remaining in the game, it's 20-7.
Who says
Randall Cunningham is 20 for 38, 2 touchdown passes. Dallas only 82 yards passing, and of course Dallas has had 3 turnovers, all in the second quarter. Pelor throwing the interceptions.
And the nice thing about it is Philadelphia, except for one occasion, has taken advantage of those turnovers and good field position, has done a great job from that standpoint.
20-7 Philadelphia. Now they just want to melt the clock and get out of here with 9:20 left in the ball game.
Yeah, they just want to escape from the premises, get in that bus, and go home and celebrate.
I know you were happy to see Quick on this touchdown pass.
Yeah, there he goes. Makes an inside move on Williams. Cobb is trying to help from the inside, but doesn't get there in time. And Quick changes the scoreboard, puts 6 on the board, and Philadelphia gets 7 more.
5-time Pro Bowler. He said he'd rather go to the Super Bowl than the Pro Bowl this year, although you could tell he was disappointed that he didn't make the Pro Bowl. Clack takes this one at the 7, makes the reverse, and pulls tacklers up to the 35-yard line. And here's Elvis.
Yeah, here he is. Look at the way he runs. You talk about twinkle toes. There he comes back. There he goes, moving pretty well. Uh-oh, and he slides into the sideline. We ought to call the fire department after that run.
27-yard return by Clack. It'll be first down, Dallas. 9:10 remaining in the ball game. It's 20-7 Eagles.
He runs like the Penguin in Batman, doesn't he?
Oh, my. Shotgun formation for the Cowboys. Ballore looks deep. Now comes back underneath. And Clack is to the 42-yard line.
Clyde Simmons, it looked like Clyde Simmons came very close to getting a sack on Pelor's left side, but he got rid of the ball in good shape. Jets still in command here, 20-7. Look at this, Houston, 23-14 over Cleveland. That's kind of a double dip for them. They beat them badly the last time they played, that time in Houston.
Clock continues to run. 8:35 remaining in the ball game. That Giants score is 20-14 now. On 2nd and 3, this pass is complete to Everett Gay. In Philadelphia territory at the 45, knocked out of bounds by Eric Allen.
And Reichenbach, the middle linebacker, blitzing on the play, number 55. And Eric Allen on the sideline, as Timmy mentioned, looking right up the middle, Reichenbach, but he gets blocked right about the time he tries to get penetration. Clack was able to make the block on Reichenbach that time.
Buddy Ryan says Eric Allen's a rookie, but he plays like an all-pro. He was named starting right corner on draft day by Buddy Ryan. Here's the update on the Jets-Giants game. It's first down. Cowboys after that 13-yard pickup. Pelor with backside pressure. Throws it away. Now there's a flag. Jerome Brown came with the pressure from the backside.
Steve Fleur's pass broken up at the line of scrimmage. A flag is down.
Going to call intentional
pass. Ball hit the center. Loss of down. 2nd down.
And Jerome Brown, let's take a look at this. There he is. Pass protection up front. There you see the penetration by Jerome Brown. And they call into grasp?
No, they called pass to illegal receiver, the center. It's 2nd down and 10.
Figure out how they could call the grasp.
2nd down and 10, shotgun formation for Pelor. White's loose, and he gets the sack. That's his 2nd sack of the day.
Watch the way he gets off the ball now. Number 92, Reggie White. He's on the nose of the center on Ron Rafferty, and he gets right through there again, makes the sack. And what he's doing, he's taking a side on Rafferty, taking the right shoulder before he can get turned around, get a body on him, and he zips right by him. He's got such quickness and speed.
That's 4 sacks for White in the last 2 weeks. He now has 18. He leads the league. 3rd down and 19. Again, here comes White. Pelor has room to run. He needs a block from Herschel. Doesn't get it, and he's knocked out of bounds. Ty Allard knocked him out. Crowd wants him to go. And with 7:37 remaining in the ball game and trailing 20-7, I suspect they will.
Did you see the way Jerome Brown pursued that time? He runs very well for as big as he is. He's 6'2", about 290.
It'll be 4th down and 7. Darryl Clack comes back into the ball game. Todd Fowler goes out for the Cowboys. Clack and Walker in the backfield now out of the shotgun with Pelor. 6 defensive backs for the Eagle. Pelor throws incomplete. Crowd wanted a flag. There is none.
Roydell Young, number 43, coming up there to make the play.
It was intended for Everett Gay, and I think he was interfered with, but there is no flag.
It was a clash there, wasn't there?
No question about it, in my mind.
It sure looked like there was pass interference. Let's take a look at it here, see if we can get a good shot from the shotgun. Looks to his left, escapes to his right, throws the ball on the run. See, throws it right over the top. Here's Roynell Young now. Watch it. Here's, boy, he was ramming him all over him, wasn't he?
I thought it was pass interference.
I did too. After looking at it again, it sure looked like it was pass interference.
It's a moot point because the Eagles take over with 7:29 remaining in the ball game. It's 20-7 Philadelphia. And the offense is on the field for the Eagles as you listen to Terry Hogue and Roynell Young.
Tom Landry, we asked him, who do you think the best team in the Eastern Division of the NFC is? And he said, well, I really think that the New York Giants have the best talent, but I think the Eagles are playing the better of the two.
Don't forget, coming up next Saturday, it's the Sun Bowl. Alabama against Auburn here, beginning at 12 noon Eastern time on CBS. The Crimson Tide of Alabama making their 29th bowl appearance in the last 31 years. First and 10, they fake the reverse. Byers cuts back inside. He's across midfield to the 49-yard line. Gain of 9. It'll bring up second down and 1. Tackle made by Vince Albritton.
Byers carrying. Lennon and Albritton teamed up for the tackle.
Ted Plum is the offensive coordinator, works with the offense, and has really done a good job with this offensive scheme, especially from a passing standpoint here this afternoon.
Byers limps off the field again. He was injured and shaken up in the first half. Abercrombie replaces him.
And of course, everybody knows Buddy Ryan calls all the defensive schemes from the sideline.
So with Byers out, Anthony Toney has bruised ribs. He's not in the ball game. So now it's Haddix and Abercrombie. Second and 2. Haddix has the Philadelphia first down to the 44-yard line.
Did you see the hit Bates got on him? We talk about using the shoulder pads. He got a terrific shot on Haddix as he was coming down after the run. Bill Bates, number 40. Well, I guarantee he dances every dance. He's in there every play, plays every one like it's the most important play of the game. Watch him come in here and make the hit. Number 40. You'll see him come into the right here. There he is. Look at that shot. You talk about knocking the ball carrier back. Haddix got a headshot that time with the shoulder pads by Bates.
Bates is the Cowboy leading tackler. First down off the right side goes Haddix. You know, you're talking about Billy Bates, but that's one area that Tom Landry told us yesterday that he has to improve upon. It's in that secondary.
I think overall, Timmy, you're right. He mentioned that, plus the fact that I think he's concerned about the defense in general. I think he feels that he has to do some rebuilding in that defensive scheme to be a much better football team than they are right now.
Bates has 1 interception for the year. By contrast, 6 NFL safeties have 5 or more this year. It'll be second down and 5. Haddix up close to another Eagle first down. He'll be about a yard short. 5 minutes, 5 seconds remain in the ball game. Tackle made by Danny Noonan. There's Anthony Toney. He's got bruised ribs and will not return.
He and Byers have been a great addition to this football team offensively. You know, that's surprising. They don't run the ball very much. They average about 9 carries a game, which is surprising. You'd think they'd carry the ball more. But the way they're throwing the ball, it's understandable.
It'll be third down and 1 for the Philadelphia Eagles.
Looks like they're coming left.
3 wide receivers again as Haddix. He's got the first down inside the 30. And there's a flag.
Looked like it might have been on Ron Francis. I couldn't tell for sure. Number 38.
Eugene Lockhart was in on the tackle as well.
Face pass. 5 yards, number 56.
Oh.
Yardage makes it a first down.
Lockhart.
Lockhart is the 2nd leading tackler on the Cowboy team. That's the 8th penalty for Dallas. Tom Landry's future is unknown. 1 year of his contract remaining. He says he wants to return. The Cowboys are for sale, and it depends on the new owner. And a look at Buddy Ryan, who has turned things around. And you mentioned really doesn't care about what people think.
No,
Buddy
he doesn't.
Ryan.
No, and there again, I don't think as a football coach you can't worry about those things. The only thing you worry about is how you're going to win the game. And sometimes it's hard to explain to people. But that's what the concept has to be, and that's what Buddy Young's personality has been.
Buddy Ryan.
Buddy Ryan, what did I say? Buddy
Young.
Buddy.
He's forever young.
Does that date mean? Remember Buddy Young, the great halfback from the University of Illinois.
Gary was Abercrombie, and the tackle was made by Jim Jeffcoat. Here's Buddy Ryan.
Use it, baby.
And again, before the game, he mentioned what you said, Timmy. He said, we're going to win the game. We know we're going to win the game. They know we're going to win the game. It's just going to be a question of how we're going to win the game. Talk about confidence, and I think it spills right over to this football team. They all felt the same way.
This is the 7th play of the drive. All running plays thus far. It's 2nd down and 8. This is Michael Haddix to the 20, and he's nailed. And it's Billy Bates.
I tell you, he's terrific. You talk about a guy that plays all the time with the same animation, same emotion, same enthusiasm. He plays that way, doesn't he?
He really does. 6'1", 200-pounder, 6-year veteran out of Tennessee. 3 minutes and 8 seconds remain in the ball game. We'll be back.
Even after lying around for 3 years, today's Duracell batteries still have up to 90% of their life. There's a date that proves it. So you've got nothing to be afraid of. Today's Duracell, date-coded for 3-year storage.
GM makes the dream. GMAC makes the dream yours. Ask your GM dealer how custom-tailored Smart Lease helps you drive home a lot of new car or truck without tying up a lot of money.
The dreams of America, GMAC. Listen to the heartbeat of America. Listen to the heartbeat of America. Oh yeah.
Chevy S10 Blazer, the most powerful V6 engine available in its class, and the most fun available in any class.
To the heartbeat of America, Chevrolet. That's today's Chevrolet.
The Cadets of Army take on Butkus Award winner Derek Thomas and the full force defense of Alabama. It's the Sun Bowl Christmas Eve on CBS Sports.
3 minutes and 8 seconds remain here in the Philadelphia-Dallas game. 5 minutes remaining in the Giants-Jets game. Now, if the scores remain this way, the Philadelphia Eagles will win the NFC East title. The Giants, we're told, have just scored. So we'll keep you up to date on that. Third and 5 for Cunningham, who rolls right. And he's not going to get the first down. Yes, he is on second effort. Right now, let's take you back to New York and Brent Musburger for this update. Brent?
All right, at this moment, a play is being reviewed. You said the Giants had just scored. Here it is, juggling the ball towards the end line. Did he have control? Now they're looking at it in the booth. We'll let you know. Let's go back to Tim right now.
Right here, Brent. It's 2 minutes and 33 seconds remaining in the game, and the Eagles lead it 20-7.
And Buddy's on the sideline cranking it up, saying, keep the clock moving. Let's win this game and get out of here.
And the word is now, it is a touchdown for the Giants. Byers back in the ball game now, travels up the left side. Gets a couple of yards.
I said to Buddy before the game and asked him, I said, how much time do you spend on the Ponderosa there in Kentucky? He said, well, not very much time. We have to get ready for the draft right after we get through with the season. So he's thinking way ahead.
Dallas timeout. We'll be back.
Working to be the best they can be. Teammates, sponsored by the U.S. Army. 1988 saw the emergence of Phil Simms and Lionel Manuel as the dominant duo in the Giant passing attack. While Simms' courage and experience are mainstays on the Giants' offense, Manuel's disciplined routes and sure-handed catches have been an added bonus in the Giants' drive to gain another NFC East championship. With one of the best receiving seasons in Giant history, Lionel Manuel has worked with Phil Simms to make the New York Giants offense the best it can be.
Dear Dad, we made our toughest jump yet at dawn. I was kind of nervous, we all were. And then I remembered when you told me that real courage is putting your fear aside and doing your job. You see, Dad, here in the Army, the things I'm learning will help me get the most out of life and the best from myself. Dad, we were really something today. I know you'd be proud.
All that you can be. Getting it on life in the Army.
It's Christmas Day on CBS Sports. Join us for Winterfest, for World Cup skiing from Val d'Isère, France, for a look at Eddie the Eagle, England's ski jumping sensation, for the World Junior Figure Skating Championships from Sarajevo, and the uplifting story of America's undaunted speed skater, Dan Jansen. Then it's NBA action when Magic and the Lakers battle Karl Malone and the Jazz. Join us Christmas Day on CBS Sports.
The Giants have taken the lead over the Jets 21-20 with 4 minutes and 50 seconds remaining in that ball game. Philadelphia leads Dallas 20-7, and here in Irving, Texas, we've got 2 minutes and 6 seconds left. The Eagles held the ball for 5 minutes last time they got it. They got a field goal. They've held it 4.5 minutes here. Now, the last time the Eagles were in the playoffs was 1981. They lost the wild card. Roydell Young and Ron Baker are the only two Eagles from the 1980 team that won the NFC Championship and went to the Super Bowl. This is Abercrombie inside the 10 to the 7-yard line.
All they want to do here is run out the clock.
Cowboys are out of timeouts. This is the 2-minute warning. We'll be back.
When we played for Oakland, we did not appreciate losing.
Our motto was, just win, baby.
Yeah, but now we just like to play a quiet game of pool and drink a few cold Miller Lights. Lights brewed from the ground up, so it tastes great.
Not like some watered-down version of a regular beer.
Your turn, Otis.
Hey, you cheated. So, nice shot.
When it's Miller Lite, less filling, tastes great.
Up to $1,000 cash back on selected new Chevy cars. Up to $1,900 savings on preferred equipment groups of options on selected new Chevy trucks. No payments for 90 days if you finance your purchase through GMAC by December 31st. And low GMAC Smart Lease payments. When Chevy goes out to put you in a new Chevy car or truck by the end of the year, Chevy goes all out. Don't miss out.
Looks like winter just did in that poor fellow's battery. Wonder if he knows the real killer was the heat last summer. Wonder if he's smart enough to replace it with a battery built for extremes. Smart enough to get the maintenance-free, high-cranking Delco.
Precision AC Delco parts. They don't just fit, they match.
Smart fella. Could be a Jaeger. For the AC Delco retailer nearest you, just give me a call at 1-800-AC-Delco.
A look at Roydell Young, the 9-year veteran out of Alcorn State. Keeping an eye on the scoreboard here. The Eagles are anxious to find out what the Giants are doing now that they've got that 1-point lead. Roydell Young along with Ron Baker, the only two Eagles from the 1980 team that won the NFC, went to the Super Bowl. Third down and 5 for Philadelphia. Abercrombie inside the 5 to the 4-yard line.
Talking about Young, when Buddy Ryan came to the Eagles, He said there's no question in his mind after he looked at Roydell Young. He said, but without a doubt, he's the best quarterback he's seen in a long time, far better than anything he ever had at Chicago. What an endorsement.
Randall!
Fourth down and 1, and the Eagles are going for it. How about that call?
It's a good call. You want to keep the clock going.
It's 20-7 Eagles. They want to melt that clock. It's down to 1 minute, 10 seconds. And now the 45-second clock expires. It'll be a delay of game against Philadelphia. So now they'll bring on the kicking team.
Fucking huddle.
If the situation stays like it is, with the Giants beating the Jets and Dallas losing here to Philadelphia, then two things have to happen. New Orleans has to win, or San Francisco has to win. Now, San Francisco and the Rams play later. Right now, Atlanta leads New Orleans 9-7, so it doesn't look good for the Eagles.
It really doesn't.
A 27-yard attempt by Zendejas. It's up and it's good. So it's now 23-7. And moments ago we were talking about Philadelphia being in good shape to win the NFC East. Now they need help if the Giants hold on and beat the Jets.
Boy, it changes in a hurry, doesn't it? And the way it looked like the Jets were going to win that game. They were way ahead. You have to give the Giants an awful lot of credit for coming back like they had.
A lot of soul searching will take place in the offseason for the Dallas Cowboys. A lot of longtime veterans may not be back. Timmy Newsome this week said that he would retire. Ed Too Tall Jones said he would evaluate his situation. Christmas Day here on CBS, special edition of CBS Sports Sunday. We've got the Winterfest for you. World Cup skiing is involved in that, along with the World Junior Figure Skating Championships, and that'll be followed by the Western Conference semifinals, a rematch between the Lakers and the Utah Jazz. Lakers come in with the best record in the West, look to make 2 straight over the Jazz this year. It's Magic and the Mailman, 3:30 p.m. Eastern. That's Christmas Day here on CBS. New Orleans has just taken the lead over Atlanta, 10-9. Morton Anderson hit a 30-yard field goal with 5 seconds left.
That's a good picture of Bill Walsh. He said, walked over, and he said, we're in the playoffs. We're in the playoffs.
1:06 remaining in this ball game. This is Gerald Clack. He found out as quickly as we did.
He got the message a little quicker than we did, really. I don't know how we found out so fast.
He had scouts down there watching Morton Anderson line up for that field goal.
We saw Cunningham on the telephone. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe somebody else got out at this time.
With 2 minutes remaining in the game, New York Jets.
So with the Saints win, if that is a final, then Philadelphia will be in. Clock at 1:01. The Eagles leading the Cowboys 23-7. And it is a final. The Saints have won it on that important Anderson field goal. And so it's official. The Eagles are into the playoffs. Valor throws over the middle. Everett Gay makes the catch and fumbles the ball at midfield. Now they say it's incomplete. The hit was made by Terry Hogue. And Everett Gray is shaken up.
Looked like he hurt an arm. Keith Jackson on the sideline. Talked to him yesterday, and he was all excited about his family. He's going out to dinner, having a big time, and he had a big day here this afternoon.
Signing autographs already. First playoff spot since 1981 for the Philadelphia Eagles. That guy right there is going to the Pro Bowl. Just a rookie. Well, I tell you, he is some kind of talent, isn't he?
Yeah, and of course, people kept talking about him when he was at Oklahoma, but he never caught many balls there, and it's amazing how well he's done here in the pros.
2nd and 10. This pass is complete to Burbage. Burbage steps out of bounds at the 34-yard line. Looking for another way to spend your money without leaving home? Watch 60 Minutes tonight on CBS, followed by Murder, She Wrote, and CBS Sunday Movie, A Very Brady Christmas. Brady bunch back together. Hank, I know you're happy to see Alice back there.
Oh, yeah. Fun and games.
48 seconds remain in this ball game. Pelor back to pass. Looks deep and has the completion to Ray Alexander. Now they say he's out of bounds. Now New Orleans is eliminated from the playoffs when this game is complete and Philadelphia wins.
Yes, that's the way I understand it.
And the 49ers win the NFC West. A lot of changes will take place in Dallas. What was once America's team now is in some turmoil.
Well, they're not even Dallas's team anymore, the way the fans have reacted to this football team this year. But that's typical. They're so emotionally involved with their respective teams around the country that they just want you to win.
4th and 1 for Pelor. This ball almost intercepted. William Frizzell had the ball hit him in the chest plate. Incomplete. And now, I guess the only suspense remaining is if the Eagles run the clock out or will they try to score.
Yeah, I don't think we'll see that. Buddy Ryan said he opened the can, I closed it, and I'm sure that's what he's going to do.
38 seconds remain in the ball game, and Philadelphia, we suspect, will just run the clock out. So the 49ers win the West. The Giants lead the Jets, and Philadelphia's in the playoffs.
The Saints have to be concerned, feel badly about their situation. They're 10-6, and they stay home for Christmas. One year we were 12-2, and didn't even get a booby prize, did it?
.30 seconds. Clock continues to roll as the officials try to regain control here.
Keep it back,
There's still a chance that the Eagles can win the NFC East, depending on what happens in that Giants game. Here, it's down to 10 seconds. They'll just let that clock continue to roll and get them out of here.
You know, I'm surprised. I thought we'd have more of a fracas here this afternoon than we actually had, the way they talked going into the game.
That's it. This game's over. Everson Walls continues to jog on with the officials, but the game is over. Buddy Ryan gets doused, and the Eagles are going to the playoffs. So the final score, once again, Philadelphia 23, the Dallas Cowboys 7. Reggie White and Buddy Ryan head off, as does Tom Landry. And the Eagles are going to the playoffs. So from Texas Stadium in Irving, Texas, the final score once again, Philadelphia 23, Dallas 7. Right now, let's take you back to New York. Here's Brent Musburger. Brent?
All right, we welcome those of you who watch the Philadelphia Eagles, and we got great news for you. The New York Jets have just punched it on into the end zone. Just as you were joining us, Al Toon caught a touchdown pass. It is 26-21. This is the action. That's the time left in the game. There is Toon. They're now getting set up to attempt the extra point. 38 seconds to go. So all of Philadelphia, this is the spot to be. Huddle around the TV set. You got a chance to win a division title and get on in it. And I think, Irvin Dick, we have got to stop and say something about Buddy Ryan. You're upset. Did they not kick the extra point?
Well, extra point went through.
Okay, extra point went good. And so they lead it 27-21. And we will take you out for the final seconds of that game. So don't scream at us, but they got a little commercial break, and then we'll get you out there for that. But let's talk about Buddy Ryan. He's a controversial figure, and yet it only took him 3 years.
Well, I'll tell you one thing about Buddy. I mean, he's one of the shrewdest football coaches in the business. He knew exactly what he was doing every step of the way. The first year in, making all sorts of braggadocious remarks about what the team would do to take pressure off the team and put it on himself. And he put together a pretty good football team. He's still a few players away from being the team he wants. But this year he felt if they could get into the playoffs, it would be a major step forward to them. And he's done that.
Yeah, but I also think he does a real good psych job. I mean, because they're like the bad guys of the NFL. And I tell you one thing, a lot of coaches, they don't want to rile the opposing coaches, and everybody talks nice about it. But not with Buddy. He don't care. Hey, listen, I'm going to do it. My guys are my guys, and I'm going to stick with them no matter what. And that's the way. I mean, it's a heck of a guy to play for. That's a nice situation that he has there with those players. Because we did a piece once, remember? And all the guys said, hey, we love Buddy, and we're going to play for him. And that's the way it is.
And that's what happened. And remember all the talk about how the Cowboys were going to get even with Buddy for running up this score? I mean, all it was talk.
I'll tell you, though, Brent, I've never seen a team as close as the Eagles, though. And the strike really brought this team together. When they had the strike last year and Buddy said, I'm going to go with my regular players and forget about the strike players, it caused some problems with the front office and everything else. But he stuck with his ball players, and they have a tremendous amount of allegiance to him. And they really believe they're a close club. They believe in him. They have a great deal of confidence, and they feel no one can beat him.
Now, we're going to send you out to the Meadowlands. I do want to give you one stat on your way out there. There's about 30 seconds to go. The Giants have only one timeout. Keep that in mind now. It's 27-21. Vern Lundquist and Terry Bradshaw. Here you go to the Meadowlands.
And Philadelphia wins, as they are about to do. Then the Giants have to sit back and watch television tonight and hope the 49ers knock off the Rams. If that happens, then the Giants are in as a wild card.
And I would believe the Giants would be very disappointed. I know as a player, I would hate to know that I got in when I had my division in my own hands, my own destiny, and I couldn't rise to the occasion and beat this team. That would be the one thing that would disturb me the most, because that tells me we're not a championship team.
One timeout left. Sims gets rid of it. George Adams tries to get out of bounds and does. And that stops the clock with 23 seconds to go.
Now, ideally, there are two areas to throw the ball, Vern, and you and I have done this 1,000 times. It's deep into the sideline where the catch is made and the receiver can step out of bounds and kill the clock. But the most vulnerable position, and you remember the Rams many years ago caught a deep in against the Cowboys and kicked them out of the Super Bowl. Down the middle deep, crossing route.
Billy Waddy caught it. Here's Sims back. Deep crossing route. Lionel Manuel, they have one timeout left.
You got to use it.
15 seconds to go.
15 seconds. Meanwhile, down in the corner of your screen, the Philadelphia Eagles locker room now down in Dallas. They're huddling around as the Giants use their last timeout. 15 seconds to go. And right behind that locker room, the Eagles' final score over the Dallas Cowboys. So here's a team just seconds away from winning a division championship. They know you were watching back in Philadelphia. That's what that signal was. And let's go back to the Meadowlands.
Bill Parcells. Bill Parcells' wife, Judy, asked him what Bill said is the ultimate question. Why is it you continue to do what you do for a living? And Bill said, there is no answer. Judy said, if you win, you're only happy for 15 minutes. If you lose, you're devastated for a week. And this one will hurt more than most.
Jets, this is their playoff game. This is the season for the Giants. They want to win this game. They want to win their division, and they want to do it now. Once again, deep across the middle is the place to go, but there's no time left for Sims to get his team up for a second play if he does that.
Deep left for Baker. Incomplete. Nine seconds to go.
The two areas to run were over the middle and deep to the outside. Notice Baker trying to get separation with the safety, coming underneath the safety, but then all of a sudden, 28 Howard is there coming up underneath him. Even if Baker had caught the ball, I do not believe he'd have had his feet in bounds.
From the 47, second and 10.
Hook and lateral, huh? Hail Mary, hook and lateral, something.
Three-man rush by the Jets. They're going deep left side for Stacy Robinson and friends. And it comes down incomplete. And this one is over. The New York Giants fall to the Jets and now must sit back and hope for a 49er victory. And there is an irony there because Phil Simms said the one team he hates most in this league are the 49ers. Joe Walton's team finishes with a winning record in '88 as they defeat the Giants 27-21.
And there is the victorious Eagles locker room. They go down to Dallas, they tend to their business, and then they get a break as the New York Jets upset the New York Giants, and so the Eagles have won a division championship, and our congratulations go on out to them and also to the Jets. What about the way some of these teams have hung tough here the final weekend, like the Jets did?
You know, they had nowhere to go. I mean, but, you know, they came up and showed some class, I think. Played for Joe and played well, I thought, today.
Hey, you know what it's like, though, Dick, when cities take teams for granted. The Jets have a good football team, but they feel like second-class citizens in New York. They have to beat the Giants to establish themselves. So this was their playoff game.
For them, it was, yeah.
All right, gentlemen, we're going to take a little bit of break. I want to give you a late word. The Cleveland Browns have just gone ahead of Houston. A lot of stuff going on. We're going to update you around the league when we continue live with our post-game show in just a moment.
When we played for Oakland, we did not appreciate losing.
Our motto was, just win, baby.
Yeah, but now we just like to play a quiet game of pool and drink a few cold Miller Lights. Lights brewed from the ground up, so it tastes great.
Not like some watered-down version of a regular beer.
Your turn, Otis.
Hey, you cheated. So, nice shot.
When it's Miller Lite, less filling, tastes great.
Life's full of simple pleasures, like the comfort of Levi's jeans. Or had you forgotten?
Behind every single flight one of these makes stand the 60,000 professionals of United Airlines, rededicated to giving you the service you deserve. Come fly the friendly skies.
Christmas Eve, Army battles Alabama in the Sun Bowl. Christmas Day, it's a celebration of winter sports. It's Winterfest, followed by the NBA as the Lakers battle the Jazz. It's a holiday weekend of action on CBS Sports. The NFL Today post-game show is sponsored by Miller Lite, official sponsor of the Miller Lite NFL Lineman of the Year Award. Once again, Brent Musburger.
All right, we welcome all of you who watched the Jets upset the Giants. Also, the Buccaneers beat the Detroit Lions. Philadelphia Eagles have won the NFC East. Let me get you up to date on a couple of big scores in the AFC right now. Moments ago, Webster Slaughter caught a touchdown pass from Don Strock, 28-23. That puts the Indianapolis Colts in jeopardy now. The Colts have come away with a win. What this does is ensure Cincinnati now of the home field for as long as they last in the AFC. And Philadelphia with a big one down in Dallas. The final score there, 23-7. Let's go to Tim Brandt with one of the heroes, Reggie White. Tim?
All right, Brent. Reggie, 2 sacks, 2 hurries, 1 knockdown. Really caused problems all day. Congratulations, NFC East champions.
Thank you, Tim.
I tell you what, any message for the Jets?
Hey, tell them to come down to Philly. We'll take them all out to dinner or do something for them. Hey, they did us a great job. And, you know, this team here has a lot of character. And we did what we needed to do today. And I praise Jesus for it.
Reggie, you got a lot of penetration, especially when you lined up on the center. It looked like Rafferty really had a tough time trying to block you this afternoon, did he?
Yeah, we were getting a lot of penetration. The other defensive linemen were doing a good job. Jerome Brown, Mike Golick, Clyde Simmons, and Mike Pitts. Everybody was doing a good job of getting pressure. And we knew that if we could get pressure on Steve, then we could take his game away.
Reggie, talking with you last night, you seemed so confident that you all were going to win this title. It was almost as if you knew that the Jets could beat the Giants and you guys would have no trouble with the Cowboys.
We knew that they could, and they did us a great job. We don't know how to thank them, but New York Jets, thank you very much.
Do you go back to Phoenix now and prepare?
Yeah, where everybody want to take us, we go get ready.
All right, congratulations, Reggie.
Thank you. God bless.
Right now, let's go back to New York, and here's Brent Musburger. Brent?
All right, Tim, thank you very much. So the Philadelphia Eagles with a division championship, and it took Buddy Ryan only 3 years to get the job done. So the Minnesota Vikings will go in now as a result of what's happened as a wild card, but we still don't know whether or not they will be hosting the game. There is still a long shot chance of the Los Angeles Rams hosting the wild card game in Anaheim. We'll go over all the details for you now as we continue live on CBS in just a moment.
Christmas, marked by Santas, holly, and the welcome presence of Alka-Seltzer. Fast relief of heartburn with headache, accompanied by jingling bellies. Alka-Seltzer, the other holiday tradition.
What happened when Sony put this color TV and full-featured VCR into this machine? They shrunk. Introducing Sony Video Walkman. It takes video out of your home and into your life.
A new cologne for men from Prince Machiavelli.
In the spirit of Christmas, this year the Miller Brewing Company will be making a donation to United Cerebral Palsy every time you buy Miller High Life, Miller Lite, or Miller Genuine Draft. From all of us at Miller, Merry Christmas.
Well, in just a few weeks now at the NFC Championship game, CBS Sports will be pleased to announce the winners of the 1988 Light Beer NFL Lineman of the Year Award. It's a special award, and it honors the game's top offensive and defensive linemen in the NFL. And along with this award, Miller Lite is going to donate $25,000 in each winner's name now to the charity of his choice. And you fans voted, and you're the people who chose these winners during the season. So you're going to bring all the finalists to us, and some of them are on offense. Well, Keith Van Horn of the Chicago Bears, Anthony Munoz. He's had a spectacular season with the Cincinnati Bengals. And Mark May, he's always an outstanding lineman for the Washington Redskins. Over on defense, Fred Smerlish, you've got to be awfully happy for the year he's had with Buffalo. Chris Dolman, a standout with the Minnesota Vikings. And, of course, Charles Mann of the Washington Redskins. In the midst of a losing season down there for the Redskins, he was a standout. Let me take everybody to the scoreboard with Dick and Irv and get you up to date. What a gloomy day this is for the Giants. Not only do they lose, the Eagles beat them out of a division championship, and if the Rams beat the 49ers tonight, the Giants are not going to the playoffs. Now, let's take a look at some of the action from the game. This was a key player of this fumble by McConkey.
McConkey was sure-handed back there on punt returns. This time, bottoms the ball. The Jets end up with the ball on the 8-yard line. Brent setting up a scoring opportunity for them.
Yeah, and Freeman McNeil took it in against Bill Parcells' defense, and the Jets went up 27. But, you know, Dick, the Giants came back with Phil Simms.
Well, they did. They didn't give up. I mean, I tell you that. With this play here, it was a neat kind of a play. You know, they probably thought, the Jets probably thought they're going to hand it off to the guy, but Baker just keeps kind of running, and they hit him right there in the open.
And then, of course, there was Manuel at the back of the end zone. This is Manuel making this catch. And Stephen Baker, who had caught the earlier one, so just reverse that graphic information. And then that was the big catch right there was Al Toon.
Al Toon making the clutch play for the Jets. But, you know, you have to, again, admire the Jets' effort. Ben, it was just a nuts and bolts, hard-nosed football game from start to finish.
You know, I can remember years past when we've said when teams don't have anything at stake, they lose these games. Really, it was almost automatic. And now the last 2 days, Washington Redskins, Jets, they come up big.
I think it's different nowadays. I mean, you know, they say, well, you're not in it, and what do you got to play for? Pack up and let's go home. But I don't think that's true no more. I just think there's a lot more, you know, with their contracts and how they're going to go next year and everything else. So, and it's got to be a feather in your cap when you knock someone off like today. Yeah. I mean, the Jets, I mean, the city pride and all that, that's great. But hey, we knocked somebody out of the playoffs. If we're not going, let's knock somebody else out. And that's got to be the attitude. On the other hand, I mean, you know, hey, Giants, everything's, you know, concerned with this game. Let's really go. And their strong part of their team didn't perform well, I think.
All right, Dick, one of the stars for the New York Jets. You got to feel happy for Ken O'Brien.
Oh, yeah.
Lost his job for a while. Here he is back. Let's go out now to Vern Lundquist. Vern.
All right, thank you, Brent. Ken O'Brien, that was an extraordinary fourth quarter, and especially the big kick return by Bobby Humphrey that set you up near midfield.
Yeah, that was special teams have been doing it for us all year long, and they don't get the recognition they need. But when they make those kind of plays, it makes it easy for the offense to finally put it in.
Ken, Trey Bradshaw, who called the pass to Toon for the touchdown to win it?
Well, we kind of audibled that line of scrimmage. They came to our goal line defense to try to stop us, and Al was out there one-on-one, so I just said, what the heck, let's give it a shot. And Al comes through all the time, and he did once again.
Does this send a message to the Jets and to the rest of the National Football League next year that perhaps these Jets are for real and they're going to really explode in '89?
Well, I know you picked us to go to the Super Bowl next year, Terry, so I think it did. You know, really, I think it sent a message to ourselves about how good we can be if we play well and play well every day of the season. So we're excited about our future, and today was just a topping for it.
Ken, what does this game mean to you?
Well, for us, it's a big plus, and for me especially. I haven't beat the Giants since I've been here, and there's a lot of people who've always thought of the Jets as second-class citizens. We have a long way to go, but today was a step in the right direction.
Congratulations to you, Ken.
Thank you very much.
Enjoy the pheasant hunt in California.
Okay, thank you.
All right, let's go back to Brent Musburger.
All right, Vern, thank you very much. And let me take everybody back to the scoreboard now. As the Giants' playoff chances very much in jeopardy as the Eagles go in and they beat the Dallas Cowboys 23-7, and they wrap up the NFC Eastern Division. And a big pork chop welcome for our buddy Ryan, but he got the last laugh, folks. Randall Cunningham going to the Pro Bowl, and he shows you why here. Escapability, that's what our friend Hank Stram calls moves like that as he steps out of bounds at midfield. He can throw it to her.
Well, he does it all. He has great arm strength as well, too. Here he lobs the ball to Mike Quick, who's recovered from that broken leg he had a few weeks ago.
Now pulling out is Steve Pallur. He was under fire all game long. How about that? Reggie White again with another great year for the Eagles.
The thing about Reggie White, he's so versatile. You know, you can put him out in his defensive end position, but when you really want to get the heat up the middle, you put him over the middle. And there's no center, I think, can handle him one-on-one, if I'm wrong, or correct me. I mean, you've got to double team this guy.
He's as fast as some running backs, too.
He's
almost 300 pounds.
He's a great athlete. Listen, the Cleveland Browns, earlier today, we reported Don Strock. He threw 3 interceptions early on. The Oilers ran one of them in. Now he's come back with 2 touchdown passes, only 3 minutes to go, and the Browns leading the Oilers by 5. And if this holds up, the Browns and the Oilers will be the AFC wildcard game on Saturday, and they'll come right back to Cleveland to play it. So that will certainly simplify things. Indianapolis, on the other hand, hoping for a Houston miracle right now as they beat Buffalo 17-14. Cincinnati loves this score. They have the home field for as long as they last. And there is Bruce Smith getting in on Chris Chandler, and Coach Meyer was talking to himself over there on the sideline. Jim Kelly to Andre Reed, and Buffalo led it 14-3. And with Chandler out, Gary Hogaboom came in, and here he goes to Albert Bentley. This was the difference in the game. And it was 17-14. The Colts with the win at home. Meanwhile, New Orleans wins, but it's too late. Morton Anderson hits the game-winning field goal with time running out, but the Saints are out of it. They have been eliminated, but because they won today, it means that the San Francisco 49ers have captured the NFC's Western Division. So perhaps they will lose a little motivation tonight against the Los Angeles Rams. That puts the Giants in jeopardy. If the Rams beat the 49ers tonight, it means that the Giants are out. And if the Rams win that game and the Bears win, well, it also means that Los Angeles would host the wild card game. As you can see the standings in the Wild West, I can't remember a year which came down to quite like a scenario if the Saints win, 3-way tie, and San Francisco captures the division title. For Vinny Testaverde, well, he closes out on a high note. He wins a game. He throws 3 touchdown passes for the Buccaneers. We'll forget about his interceptions today. 3 touchdowns. Way to go, Vinny. And Pittsburgh all over Miami, 40-24. Now, we've got some active scores. I know you've been waiting to see these. 14-7. The winner here will capture the AFC Western Division. The Seahawks moments ago taking a 7-point lead on the Raiders. Kansas City and San Diego, and the Chiefs leading here 13-7 over the Chargers. Green Bay and Phoenix missed extra point. and the Packers over the Cardinals by 6. We want to bid a happy holidays to our audience down in New Orleans. They watched the Saints win one today, and to all you good folks down in Georgia.